Hi, this is Paul into the Top Model channel in my quick build of the Tamiya's 148 Sturmtiger, the assault mortar, which was 3.8 cm gun. I believe it was originally meant as a naval weapon, but obviously the lethal power of it against buildings and structures for street fighting made it available really for the for actually assault vehicle of some sort, and it ended up being on the Tiger 1 chassis. Anyway, the kit number for this particular one is it is 32591. It includes one crew figure. It's quite small, but then again it's not, if you know what I mean. You'll see what I mean anyway. But this vehicle was produced in small numbers in towards the end of the war. It did take part in the Warsaw Uprising, and I believe there's a bit of footage in that area showing one of the Sturmtigers in action where it fires a shell, and the shell, because of the velocity of the shell leaving the gun is so low, you can actually see it leaving the barrel, because it is a rocket propelled shell that makes it leave the barrel, and it's the trajectory. Obviously you can see the trajectory going out straight over and exploding in the distance. In cities this vehicle would have been lethal. Tank on tank wouldn't have stood a chance eventually, because although the arm was very thick and it can protect itself, it would have been easy target for other tanks with the traditional anti-tank guns. But of course normally I'd just presume these would go in with other vehicles, mainly Panzer IVs I suppose, and the old Panther, if those were in an action anywhere. But anyway, that's beside the point. Let's get back to the model itself. It includes metal weights and all, so it gives you 4 cylindrical weights that go into the chassis to give it a bit of weight when you pick it up. I'm not sure where I'm going to bother putting those in, because I'm not interested in the weight. It doesn't serve any function as far as I'm concerned really, but I'll make a decision on that when I'm putting it together. Right, what's in the box then? So here we go. This is going to be, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, this is going to be a quick build as well. But the reason being as I'm doing it is because we got the water burst on the main system, because it comes into the house. The water's still flowing at very low pressure, so we've got a bit of water for that bits and pieces, but they're actually doing it today, and then perhaps our hot water system will come back on as well. So I'll be doing this downstairs in the dining room, just snipping it and cleaning it up and building it, and that's the idea. So I won't be putting the videos up until the vehicle's finished, and then I'll put all the videos that I built for this one straight up at the same time. Anyway, so here we go then. So here we go. So let's open the box. So what's in the box? What you can see is a couple of extras in there. I've bought this photo etching set for the engine grills and bits and pieces. There's other bits there. There's even the rifling for the barrel as well for this, because this is meant for the AFV Club Sturmtiger in 1/48 scale. But I bought it for this because I imagine the grills would be very similar, and I think just by test looking when I looked at it, I think they're going to fit perfectly. So there they are. This is from Tamiya. This is the Zimmerit, which was found on most of the Sturmtigers, mainly for the lower hull. And I think you'll find that if you look at it, the places where they've got the Zimmerit is mainly where it would have been when that vehicle was originally a gun tank. So, because all they did was take the turret and the top platform off, and then re-put this box structure on to actually turn it into the Sturmtiger. So there you go. So that's it. So that's another bit of bits and pieces done. This is the instructions. I'm just going to run through it quickly, because the instructions on this are very simple. Gives you a little bit of caution, all the usual stuff there. You can see, whoops, let's get it into full view. There you just can see it. I'll move it back a bit. Bit of gumph on the front saying what the vehicle is. Obviously ready for assembly, and tells you precautions as usual. Usual things like don't cut yourself by putting your knife on your fingers, or that sort of thing. Also gives you the tips of what you're going to need at the bottom. So if I come at there, all the bits you need. It says obviously glue, obviously snips, scissors, tweezers, and a good craft knife, which most modelers have got already. So I won't go too much into that. Then turn over, and it runs straight into the first thing. You start with the chassis, and you can see what I mean by how easy it is for a 48 scale vehicle. There's very little in the way of putting the axles together, the drive wheel shafts together all along the side. It's all basically there on that thing. You've actually got the bits for the sprockets to go on, and the rear idler wheels. They're all got to be there, and bits to snip off if you need them. I'll put them on. There you go. There you can put these number 50. It shows you in there. It's pretty good instructions. And then it goes, excuse me, over to the next bit. It talks about the road wheels. all pretty straightforward. This is going to be a quick build because just clean the wheel. There's going to be a few wheels to clean up, but there's no tyres on, rubber tyres on these. These are the steel rimmed wheels that was used on the Lake Tiger ones, so pretty straightforward for that as well. Coming over, whoops, there you go, not saying over. Building the tracks. As you can see, it's length tracks are already made up, and basically you just put the single tracks to get the curves around the actual idler. Should be really easy to do because it's steel road wheels. You haven't got to worry about painting rubber tyres, so they can all go on in more or less straight after each other in this order. So that'd be good. So I'll be doing that. Coming over there, then they've got the actual hull, and you can see the hull is one piece with just the side structures and the rear tailplate, rear engine plate going on. All straightforward. Here's the gun, basically there she is being put together, and there is rifling inside this area. Again, it will move up and down and side to side with the actual rubber grommets that they use, or polycaps as they call them. So that should be pretty straightforward. And basically, once you've got the chassis done, the top bit done, with hardly any other parts on it, it's going to be a straightforward, easy, simple build, which is what I need for today to just give me something to do, waiting for them to come. And there's no interior on this at all, so I'll be painting it, spraying the inside black at the first opportunity. There is 2 hatches at the top, and I'm going to leave one at the rear, the smaller one, open and the other one closed because there's nothing inside there, because there is a crane that goes on there as well. Another thing I like in here is if you did look down through the hole, they've actually got these nice little plates to cover up, so if you look, you can't look down and look and see the tracks when you look through inside the vehicle, if you could see. So it's really going to be straightforward. Then you get over to the top, really on the last 3 pages, and there's the hole going on, which you wouldn't do because it's easier to spray in all the tracks with the whole top and then put it on afterwards. You can see what I mean. It's going to be straightforward. There's no, part 11 is just 2 pieces, so you know there's nothing. So you can see what I mean. Very, very minimal in the way of parts, which is going to be quite nice. And there you go, some more stuff at the back. All the exhaust area, the armoured shields for the exhaust. They're nice and thin. I did see that. Even in this car, they're quite thin. They've got bits and pieces of wooden block for the actual jack when they're jacking up. Over here, then we got the actual crane that's actually used to load the shells in and out, and it will pivot left and right. Obviously, it loads the shells in and out, and also they can actually lift shells from inside the vehicle. They're quite heavy, I should think. Massive. So these bits will be done, and then when you get to there, there's only 18 parts to it, and most of the parts have only got about, as you've seen earlier on, there's about this one over here. If I just take part 12, let's go to the part 12. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 parts to go on it, and that's just that. And they're tools, straightforward. And I will put them on because I can paint them on it because they're not covered or awkward to get to, so that'd be quite nice. And there you go, and it gives you an idea. Zimmerit coating applicator, if you're using the applicator, of course, because we bought the actual Zimmerit decals sort of thing, there's going to be no issues on that anyway. So there you go, that's how quick the instructions are. Right, here we go, let's go to the next bit. I haven't done an in-box review for ages. There we go. So I'm not going to take them out of the packets because I'll be cutting them as I go, but you can see, I think you can see how good the moulds are. I think if I can put it up here. Yeah, and there you go. There's the barrel sleeve. I'm looking for the actual barrel itself because I know it's rifle. Ah, there it is. Now, I don't know whether you can see, but inside there, you're not going to be able to see it. But there is rifling inside there, so when you join them together, just make sure the seam's quite nice, and it should be nice because it's a new kit. And you've got rifling there. You can put a bit of wear in there. It'll be a bit black as well, bit of black, bit of wear, and just mark those a bit darker, so you can actually see the rifling when you look in the barrel. So it's going to be quite an interesting little kit for there. There you go. That's a bit. As you can see, what the sprue, that's number 1 sprue. Another sprue there, basic stuff. This is the plates to actually stop you seeing the tracks, and these actually are the actual bits they actually put the weights in, the metal weights that go in. So they go into here, into their tubular style, and there's 4 in total. So they may or may not go inside. I most probably won't bother, to be honest. Here's the chassis. There we go. And you can see all the actual idle, all the swing arms for the actual wheels to go on are actually axles to go on, are actually permanently placed. So you've got no choice today unless you start cutting around and mucking about. I'm not going to, because it's meant to be just a little fun build to do. There you go. So that's it. Pretty good. Not my instructions. And then we got the other sprues. So what we got? We got two sprues. Up the chassis. This one, I'll take that out, and 2 more sprues for the suspension, which it looks like the biggest part of the build, to be honest. And this is the chassis, so it gives you an idea of my hand. My hand is about, let's have a measure. My hand going across is, finger wise, is 3 2/16. So 3 inches and 2/16, and if you can imagine, there you go. So you can see the sort of size. I can fit the vehicle in my palm of my hand when it's finished, but it's still a reasonable size to build, which is nice. And the moulding is really crisp. I don't know if you can see that. Really crisp. And if you wanted not to put the weights in this, I think there's the weights go in the chassis below. There's enough. You could do a bit of detail in there if you wanted to anyway, but I'm not going to. But you can see what I mean. The details are really nice, and with the photo etch bits I've got to go with it as well, just to add a little bit of extra. There you go. Putting the side skirts on, suspension skirts, I'm not going to bother, because a lot of the photographs I've seen, they were missing. So I must probably do that. But wait and see. And here's the tracks. There they are, and they look really well detailed for 48 scale. And the wheels are really crisp as well. I think you can see that. Yes, you can. Yeah. Polycaps again. There's the exhausts. They're all on there, and the bits to do. It's really interesting kit. So there you go. So that is basically a very quick build to do while I'm sitting downstairs, twiddling my thumbs. I could take something down from the compass rose, but I just didn't want to take it down. I would prefer working up here for that. So all I'm going to do is take a few snips and bits and pieces downstairs. And this is the last thing I should mention. This is the colour call out for it. Now, to be honest, I've seen a load of photographs. This is nice with the camouflage, and I may go with it. But I've seen a load of them in the books are actually just purely the original sand colour all the way over, and very dusty. So I'll make a decision. I suppose this would look nice in the camouflage, and maybe give me practice on my old airbrush doing fine camouflages. So there you go. That is the I didn't see the figure actually. Did I see a figure? Sorry mate, sorry, I'm gonna have to go back in because I can't remember seeing the oh, there she is, yeah, or there he is I should say in this case. But he's quite nice for his side, and the face looks quite interesting. Whoops, face looks quite good and all, but the detail's good. You can see the guns, everything's defined. Yep, I think it would really look quite good at this scale. Anyway, so there you go. So that is the 1/48 scale Sturmtiger from Tamiya, and the kit number is it's in the series 91. It's a series number 91. So that's the code word they put on the numbers they put on for the series model. But there she is on the side of the box. Colours look a bit gaudy on there. I must admit they look too. Yeah, they look too bright and things, but they look okay. On the other side of the box, you've got the top view. Again, they look too bright on there, but it's just the way. I think it's a glossy box anyway. And the kit number again is where is it? Here we go. Is 32591. So, whoops. So there you go. So that's the Sturmtiger from Tamiya in 1/48 scale, and it's the assault mortar built on the Tiger 1 chassis. So there you go, it's got 15 minutes, not bad for a video that I was going to do a throw together. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I won't be putting this on the site until I've finished building it completely, so suddenly it'll all go up in one go, so that's fair enough. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one, and see you later. Bye.